Today I'm going to share 5 mistakes that I did when I started homebrewing, so maybe you can learn from them and don't repeat them yourself, or just have a laugh at my expense. Let's just get started. If you are new here, I'm Dr. Hans and this is Dr. Hans Brewery, my channel about beer and homebrewing. So, mistake number 1, using uncrushed grains. Yes, I've done that. Have you done that also? Comment down below. But it wasn't really my fault. It was my first brew. I bought a little kit. It was a 4-liter batch and it came with some steeping grains, and thank God it came with DME, because I followed the instruction to the letter, but they had forgotten to crush the grains. So if that wouldn't have been a DME, that beer would probably have been spoiled, because yeah, wouldn't be much sugar to ferment. But that beer actually came out good, so thanks God it was DME, or maybe because it was my first beer, maybe I wouldn't stand here today. I would stand here, but yeah, you get the point. Maybe I wouldn't have gotten the homebrewing bug. Yeah. I just realized that only 5 mistakes? Oh, it's not possible. Let's just make this into a mini-series, because yeah, I made a lot of mistakes, and yeah, maybe you can learn from them. And also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, as I'm trying to get better at that also. I will obviously make a lot of mistakes there also. Yeah, let's jump to the next one. Mistake number 2, moving the beer around into different vessels. Yeah, I did that. I fermented beer in bucket number 1 for 2 weeks, then I moved it over into a secondary vessel, left it there for 2 more weeks, then I moved it over to a bottling bucket, and from the bottling bucket I moved it over into bottles. So yeah, no wonder my hoppy beers didn't come out good. It wasn't after I started thinking for myself, why does my hoppy beers oxidize so fast? And when I started tasting the beer during the processes, and find out that Hefeweizen, not the same Hefeweizen, but when I found out that, for example, the aha moment was a wheat beer I brewed, another wheat beer, yes. And I tasted it going into secondary, and it tasted really good. And then I tasted it after secondary, and after that I realized that it was just madness going into that. I could have got straight into the bottles, and I also ditched the bottling bucket. I preferred actually using carbonation drops, but to be fair, it wasn't until I started kegging and of course pressurized fermentation to really keep the oxygen out, when my hoppy beers got a real upswing. If you find these videos I do helpful, please subscribing and like the video. Also follow me on Instagram, and if you want to support the channel, I have Patreon channel members if you want more content, or just buy me a beer. All links down below as usual. Now let's move over to mistake number 3. Mistake number 3 is using too much fining in the boil. I've learned the hard way that more ain't the merrier. Obviously. That it can be too much. So read the package. What happened was I added too much finings, and I didn't think about it, because yeah, I tend to go all in or nothing. I'm like binary, so it's like on and off and all in or nothing. Yeah, you know that if you watch the channel. So what happened was I used too much fining in the boil, and I didn't really think about it. But after seeing that nastiness in the fermenter, what happened was, when the krausen has fallen and it was time to bottle the beer, yeah, I was still moving around the beer, in different vessels. So I pulled off the lid, because I want to use a siphon. And what I found was like floating islands of nastiness, like alien formation. It's really nasty. So like proteins and stuff has clumped together, but I tasted the beer. The beer tasted fine. So I just used a slaughtered spoon. Is that the correct term? I think so. Big spoon with, yeah, it's a slaughtered spoon. I used a slaughtered spoon and just carefully moved it out. Yes, I did sanitize it, of course. And the beer turned out fine, but it was nasty. Don't do that. Mistake number 4, and this one I'm guilty of doing still a lot, and if it hasn't happened to you, you can't be a homebrewer. Hot break boil over. When the boil starts, at least for 5-10 minutes, stay there, Stare at it, stir it, do whatever you do. I like to skim, so I keep on skimming, stir it. Some people spray with water to get the hot break down, the foaming that starts in the beginning. After like 5 minutes or so into the boil, you should be safe. But also when you add stuff, it's like when you add hops, also pay attention. But yeah, I do a lot of things during brew day. I keg, I edit videos, I try to do a lot of things, I try to be everywhere. I can't even count to how many times I made this mistake and end up with a sticky mess. My brewing system has been through a lot thanks to this. So stay there, keep your eye on the boil. Mistake number 5. Mistake number 5, no pants on brew day. No, sorry, I couldn't help myself. It's not mistake number 5. Might have happened, but yeah, let me try that again. Mistake number 5, using too much pressure before dry hopping. Ooh, yeah, I got that on video, so I will link to that video down below. Oh, I made a mess. So now I take it really easy if I know that I'm going to be opening up the fermenter for dry hopping. Yeah. Don't repeat that mistake. Watch the video, link down below. We barely touched the surface of all of the mistakes I have done, but I always learn from my mistakes, and that's why I'm making this video, so maybe you can learn from my mistakes also. But we're going to turn this into a mini-series. And also please comment down below with your mistakes, maybe not all of them, but some maybe. Don't be shy, we have all done mistakes. I might have done most mistakes. My channel here on YouTube is about learning and not like trying to like teach you all the stuff. I'm sharing my experience and what I've learned from my experiments and from brewing and drinking a hell of a lot of beer. Yeah, so please consider becoming a subscriber, hit that little bell so you get a notification when I put out a new video, smash the like button, and if you just here to troll, hit the dislike button twice on the way out. Consider supporting on Patreon or becoming a channel member or just buy me a beer. All links down below. Cheers guys, thanks for watching. Dr. Hans out. Hope to see you in the next one. I don't have a beer on me. Yeah. And I'm lost. We have water. We can turn that into beer. Got it. See you. I'm so scared right now. I'm lost in the forest.